Hello dear viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will understand what is variables and what is constant and what are the types of variables. So let us start with variables. What is variable? Variable is a characteristics that take on different values, or variable is a characteristics that can take different values for different individuals. Let us take the example that the height of a student in a school, or the mark of a student in a class, the age of the student in a class, or the age of the student in the school. So all these things, height, mark, age, income, these all are variables because this changes from a person to person, because variables is changing. The height of a student, the height of each and every student in the class differ from each other. Now let's move to what is constant. So it is a characteristic that can have only one value. Constant is simply like a fixed. Constant is fixed, it is not variable. So when we study only MBA student, then MBA course is fixed. When we take the data of a BTech student, so here the BTech student is fixed. So BTech student is constant. So constant is always fixed, and variable always differ. When we are now, let's talk about the different type of variables. So when we talk about variables, it is of different kind. So let's first start with first type of variable is discrete variable. Discrete variable, what is discrete variable? It is a variable that can take only a specific value, separate value. That is when we take the example of number of a student. So when we count the number of student, we always count like 18, 20, 50. We never count like that 18.5, 20.5, 50.5 or 50.1. So we never count like this. We always count like 80, 20, 50 and 18, 20 and 50 like this. Okay. So this is called discrete variable. It never comes in zero point 0.5 value. So such kind of value which we get exact and accurate, like 18 and 20 and 50, such kind of value is called discrete variable. And what is now next, we will talk about what is continuous variable. Continuous variable. When we talk about continuous variable, then let's take the example of height of a student in a class. When we count the height of a student, then we may find the result like 5.1, 4.9, 5.6, 6.0, 4.2. So we always get the value in point. We can never tell the height of a student is like 5, 6, 8, 10. We can tell, but we can tell in some extent. But what we get the value is always get the value in point, like 5.1, 4.9, 5.6. So such type of variable is considered as a continuous variable. Now we will other type of variable is third type of variable is independent variable. So what is independent variable? When we talk about independent variables, so independent variable is such kind of variable which is manipulated or changed to see its effect. So let's take the example. If we check whether study time affects mark, mark. Now let's take the example in independent variable. How much we study, study time is depend and marks. So when we study more, the mark will be more. Okay. So when we study less, the mark will be less. So in the both situation, what is happened is that the independent variable is study time, because it is not getting affected. When we get study more, we will get higher mark. Sometimes the student are intelligent, so the student that type of student may study less, but they can obtain more mark than the unintelligent student. So study time is always independent because it is not dependent upon the mark. But when we talk about a fourth type of variable is dependent variable. When we talk about dependent variable, so in such situation, when we take the example, then study time is independent. Study time is independent variable, and here the mark is dependent variable. Here the mark is dependent variable. Okay. So now we will take other example, that fifth example. Fifth type of variable is confounding variable. What is confounding variable? So confounding variable is an extra variable that may influence the dependent variable from independent variable. So we can take now let's take we have taken the example that when we study more, then the mark will be more, or vice versa, or when we study less, the mark will be also more sometimes. But but in this situation, what we you should have to think that what other variable which is hidden inside the study time and mark. So for studies, the student may take tuition. Okay. By studying tuition, the student can achieve higher mark. If the student health is bad, health is bad, there will be lower mark. Okay. And let's take some student IQ is very high. Such kind of a student can take a higher mark. So these tuition, health, IQ, these are the factor which is extra variable and which is hidden inside, which do not show which do not show the relation between the which is hidden, which do not show is not, which is hidden inside the study time and mark. So this is confounding variable. Now for further, we will explain in other videos. Thank you, dear viewers, for watching this video. Bye bye. This is only for today.